And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And in just a moment, we'll hear from our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. We look at the Rockets.
And you can tell that both teams will be a little on edge in this one. Given the rivalry these teams have, it could be an emotional game.
And who doesn't love this stuff? Two teams that have beef. Look, the stakes are a little bit higher, and it should make this a very interesting matchup.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end.
I mean, great length and athleticism on the wings, and a defensive-minded coach in Ime Udoka. They'll make you work for it, no doubt about it.
And here are the Rockets now, after the Nuggets pick up 2. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Nothing quite like a rivalry game. We all love them. Richard, how much extra attention do these games get from the players and the coaches?
Players won't say it to the media, but we know what's at stake. Since the schedule was released, these games have been circled on the calendar by both teams.
And what I love about Giannis, yeah, he's a superstar, an MVP, a champion, but best of all, Giannis is an incredible ambassador for the game.
Now here's McKee. Back to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
Outside, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
Now here's Jackson. Back to Antetokounmpo. Releases from 15, and it's Houston with another.
And you can see the growing confidence that Giannis has in that mid-range.
Johnson outside. Pass to Watson. Back to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. Over Giannis. Johnson can't get it to go. The Rockets leading. So, RJ, when you think about Jaren Jackson, defense is the first thing that comes to mind, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Triple J is a force. He's a perennial candidate for all defensive honors, and I'm glad I didn't have to shoot him this game.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, Giannis Antetokounmpo talked about what keeps him going. He said the most important thing is to stay humble. At the end of the day, I realized that I wasn't supposed to be here. I'm just happy, and I always want to be better and do better for my team. And that's what gives me joy. Back to you.
You know, you got to respect that mindset. Allie, we appreciate the report. Shoots the 3, and the Rockets hit again from deep.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Eason. Giannis outside. Jackson with the screen. And the dunk by Jackson.
Jackson rolling off the pick can finish with either hand or just rise and fire.
Here's Johnson. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Rocket 6. From the stripe. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Usually he's a master in the midi, but not that time.
That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive and forceful.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Johnson goes in. Watson for three. It's rebounded by Houston. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And so it's the Houston Rockets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best.
Denver, 10.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
And the Rockets with possession here. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Here's Whitmore. And Whitmore throws it down.
And when he gets downhill, Whitmore is a force.
The Nuggets trail by 9. Picked by Reed. Lets it go from deep. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Shot clock at 5. Pass to DiVincenzo. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Here's Diabate. Back to George. Jacks up a 3. Hits the three-point bomb. George has got the lead up to 9 now for the Rockets.
Oh, you cannot let PG get shots from the corner. He is deadly from there.
Outside, Reed. Picked by Reed. Here's Johnson, and it's denied. Pass to Whitmore. Nobody near George. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
You can't lose track of PG. He is a lethal catch-and-shoot option.
Johnson goes in, and it's Johnson with the jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Here's the screen. Ricochet in the corner. Here's Smith. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Johnson with it. He's got 10. And stolen by Whitmore. Pass to Diabate. Back to Smith. Over Watson. And it's Smith missing. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Denver. Down by 12. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That will conclude a 5-game road trip for them.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
There's a minute 47 left now here in the second. Pass to Ricochet. Reed with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 10. Johnson outside. Outside, Reed. The three-pointer, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Now, here is Bibby. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Walsh. Whoa, look out! Look out!
Wow, okay, I see you.
And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim.
Oh, for a slender guy, that dunk was pretty powerful. When Smith Jr. has a head of steam, though, you got to look out.
From the wing. Good. He hits the jump shot. Smith's got 9 points.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need a gut check right now.
Yeah, you'd love to see a little bit more fire on defense. Shoot, any fire on defense. They can't just be giving the game away.
Walsh. Smith with the defensive effort.
And give the defense credit. He was met at the rim.
Fader on the way. That one doesn't drop.
Even though he had space, there is never an easy fadeaway.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Rockets lead by 15. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And it doesn't seem like the analytics folks are often fans of the mid-range jumper. But Richard, where do you stand on that?
Well, I think great players have to use the mid-range jumper because most teams are protecting the paint and the three-point line. So for the best players, the shot creators, the guys that need to score buckets, they've got to have an in-between game.
And the double up on Antetokounmpo. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. That one falls.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
To the left side wing. Bibi. Shot clock at 6. To the left wing. Stolen by Jackson. Giannis high post. Here's Eason. Defended by Gordon. Here's White. Gets a hand on it. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Eason's got 8 points.
Smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Pass to Giannis. Now here's McKee. Back to Giannis. To the wing right side. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Denver making a switch here. The Nuggets trailed by 16. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. A 3 from Porzingis. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. Porzingis has got 6 points in the quarter.
He's that confident. Porzingis barely even thinks about it.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Screen by Porzingis. Johnson goes in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. On the wing, Jackson. Inside. It's stolen by Johnson. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Got it. Good job in the low post. He's got 14.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
Outside for Jackson. Back to Giannis. And they double up Giannis. Eason's shot is good. Eason's got 10 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The wide open look here for Porzingis. Bangs home the trifecta.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Right wing. McKee for the triple. Knocks down the 3 ball. McKee's got his first 3 points of the game.
Everybody's watching Giannis when he's near the bucket. Perfect time for the kick out.
From deep, Johnson. White with the defensive effort.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Pass to McKee. Back to Antetokounmpo. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets. Both teams making some changes here. The Nuggets trailed by 13.
Substitution on the court.
1:03 left in the third quarter. Here's Reed. It's good.
And he has to build on this because we can see where him being a ghost out there has gotten them so far.
Now Whitmore. Outside, George. To the middle. Here's McKee. Gets the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. McKee's got his second bucket tonight.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
The Nuggets trailed by 13. 27 seconds left to play in the third.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Here's Whitmore. He takes it in. Can't get it to fall. Denver calls timeout.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
And we see it so often. One little tweak to the game plan and everything falls into place for a team.
And here's Bibby. And the wide open shot from Reed. And so it's the Houston Rockets. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll return shortly. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. 11-point game. Outside, Porzingis. Off target from outside. On offense, here are the Rockets. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Johnson with it. Up top, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Look, forget those long jumpers, Kristaps. Use that size. Rock the rim.
Here's Smith. And Smith with the stuff.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop. That thing's over.
Screen by Porzingis. Back to Johnson. To Porzingis. Latre. That doesn't go either for Porzingis. Rockets leading by 11. On the wing, Whitmore. George way outside. The long distance three is buried.
How do you guard that? When George is hitting from this deep, yeah, you're pretty much helpless.
And here is DiVincenzo. Johnson surveying the floor. 6 to shoot. Shoots it up. Rebound by Smith.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And it's Smith finishing it off.
Well, he's used to the spotlight, and Smith's grabbing plenty of attention tonight. What a performance.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Rockets.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And they've also been steady from the three-point line and doing a good job creating room for their shooters and then converting.
Fires the three, and there's the three.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And Smith gets double teamed. From about 19, can't get it to go. The Nuggets trail by 12. In by Porzingis. He's off from 3.
2 minutes.
Smith scanning the floor. Takes the 3. Porzingis pulls it down.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth.
We've seen Porzingis be this dominant before. For him, it's all about keeping that confidence.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
The free throw drops for McKee.
Line for your Rockets. McKee.
And the second free throw, good. So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. It's so great to recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin. And these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
Cleared away by George.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those. And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Rockets.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Giannis.
Oh, he was at the center of everything that happened in this game. His energy was felt throughout the building, and his impact, well, it was incredible.
Now here's McKee. And hit the 3. Now Johnson. So we see the Rockets get the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started